Have you ever had a quiet night where the world fell silent and you found yourself whispering into the darkness, "Am I good enough?" Not for the world outside, not for applause, but for yourself, for the small voice inside that knows when you have betrayed it or honored it. Have you ever felt a weight pressing on your chest, not from what others expect of you, but from what you expect of yourself, and wonder why it's so easy to lose your way? In a world that never stops moving, you are not alone. Each of us walks this invisible path between who we are and who we are meant to be. But what if the gap wasn't meant to be feared, but to be crossed? This is where Stoicism begins, not a philosophy trapped in dusty books, but a living guide, a compass for the soul, in a world that pulls you in every direction but the right one. Stoicism does not promise a perfect life, but it offers something far greater: peace in chaos, courage in uncertainty, freedom from the chains of fear, wisdom that endures when everything else falls away. In this journey, you won't just hear ideas. You'll feel the ancient echo of men and women who chose not to be victims of life, but sculptors of their own souls. If you've ever felt the silent hunger to be someone better, someone truer, someone stronger, then my friend, this path was always waiting for you. Let's take the first step together. If you're ready to stop wandering, if you're ready to start becoming, this video is your beginning. Before we go deeper, scroll down quietly and write in the comments. I say, choose to become, and not for me, not for views, but for you, to mark this sacred moment where you chose yourself again. There once was a man, ordinary in every way, living a life of quiet expectations. He woke each morning, commuted through the noise, smiled when he had to, apologized when he didn't need to, and lay awake at night, feeling empty until one evening, as the rain tapped softly against his window, he found an old book, worn, fragile, but alive with a strange fire. It whispered to him, in the voice of an ancient emperor, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In that moment, he realized his life was not slipping away because of the world outside, but because he had forgotten the power within. The next morning, he rose early, not to change the world, but to change himself. One small act, one small choice at a time. And this is where we begin. Now breathe deeply, feel the earth steady beneath you, and step with me into the first lesson of becoming. Have you ever noticed that greatness is never a thunderclap, but a soft rhythm, a decision made again and again in the quiet hours? Today, we begin with a lesson that changes everything, that if you dare to live it. Lesson 1. Excellence is a daily choice. Every morning is a quiet battle. Will you rise or will you fold? Imagine opening your eyes before the world fully wakes and feeling the cold air brush against your skin. Your mind whispers temptations. 5 more minutes. Today doesn't really matter, and no one will know. But deep inside, another voice stirs, a quieter one, steady and unshakable. It reminds you that today is not just another day's. Today is a brick laid quietly in the fortress of who you are becoming. Marcus Aurelius faced this too, not as an emperor, but as a man. When his bones ached, when betrayals wore down his spirit, he still rose. Not because it was easy, but because it was right. You see, greatness is not a thunderstorm of talent, nor a blazing fire of luck. It is the slow, almost invisible building of one's soul. In 1,000 small mornings, when no one is watching and no one is clapping, will you rise today? Not for a crowd, not for a trophy, but for the quiet dignity of choosing your own path. It doesn't have to be grand. It can be as simple as choosing patience when you are tempted to snap, as small as choosing presence instead of distraction, as hidden as choosing gratitude. When bitterness knocks, these choices, tiny as they seem, are the soil where excellence grows. Every morning is a crossroads. Every morning you stand at the threshold between the self you were and the self you could be. The world may not notice, but your soul does. And over time, your soul becomes heavier, brighter, more true, because of every invisible victory you chose to win. So tomorrow, when the cold air brushes against your skin and the easy path calls, out to you, soot pause, smile gently, and remember, excellence is not an accident, it is a choice, a sacred, silent, stubborn choice, made again and again and again. Some mornings feel heavier than others, but even the heaviest morning holds a secret door. Some mornings, the sky feels heavier, your chest feels tighter, and the weight of yesterday clings to you like a second skin. You lie there, caught between the comfort of numbness and the quiet ache to be more. The mind whispers again, what's the point? Monty. And yet, this is the precious moment. The true battle of becoming is not fought when you feel strong. It is fought when you feel weak, tired, uncertain, and you choose to stand anyway. Marcus Aurelius called these days are the test of the soul, because anyone can act virtuous when they are well rested, well fed, admired. But excellence shows itself quietly, in the mornings when your bones feel made of lead and you still move forward, one slow, stubborn step at a time. You are not failing because it feels hard. You are being called, tested, forged. This world does not hand out greatness like a gift. It demands a price. And the price is simple, choosing every day, especially when no one is watching, especially when no one understands, especially when a softer path would be so much easier. You will not always win loudly. Some victories are so small, only you and your soul will notice. But these are the victories that matter. These are the victories that build fortresses inside you, strong against the storms of life. So tomorrow, when the weight sits heavy on your chest, do not curse it, do not fear it, smile, even if only inside, because every heavy morning is a secret door, a chance to become a little more resilient, a little more true, a little more yourself. No matter how small the step, no matter how quiet the effort, choose it, because every quiet yes to yourself is a roar across your future. You are not weak for struggling, you are strong for continuing. Excellence is not in the loud victories. It's hidden in the silent moments when you refuse to give up. Sometimes the smallest actions are the ones that change everything. Waking up when your body begs you to stay asleep. Finishing what you started. When your mind whispers you have no more to give. Choosing kindness when bitterness feels so much easier. Forgiving yourself when the weight of regret threatens to drown you. These moments are invisible to the outside world. No cameras, no applause, no likes. But inside you, something shifts, something deep, something permanent, begins to take root every time you act with integrity, even when it costs you, every time you hold on to hope, even when despair claws at your chest, every time you choose courage over comfort, you carve a new path through the dense forests of your old patterns. It's not easy, but nothing sacred ever is. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacle you face right now, the struggle you carry, is not blocking your growth. It is your growth. Every difficulty is an invitation, every setback, a secret gateway, every temptation to quit, a moment of rebirth. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to never stumble. You only need to return, to choose again, to become again. Because excellence is not about never falling. It is about rising over and over again until your soul becomes so strong, so bright, that no storm can touch it. So today, if you fall with grace and rise with fury. This is how excellence is built. One breath, one step, one silent victory at a time. There is no final victory, only the quiet choice to keep becoming. You might wonder, when will it get easier? When will the weight lift? When will I finally arrive? Indeed, the truth is, you are not on a race to a single summit. You are climbing a range of mountains, each higher, each more beautiful, each more demanding than the last. You were not made for comfort. You were made for ascent. Stoicism teaches us that the purpose of life is not ease, but excellence, not fleeting happiness, but enduring virtue, not applause, but inner peace. Every morning you rise, you declare to the universe, I will build myself. Stone by stone, choice by choice. Even when no one sees, even when no one claps, even when the easier path begs me to turn away. Because you know something deeper now. You know that the hardest mornings forge the strongest hearts. You know that invisible victories become unbreakable foundations. You know that excellence is not a feeling, but a habit, a ritual, a sacred bond with yourself. So don't wait for the world to notice. Don't wait for the storm to pass. Rise, build, become. And tomorrow, when the cold creeps through your window and the voice of doubt curls around your mind, smile, whisper quietly to yourself, when I was made for this. Then take the first step and then the next, and the next, because excellence is not a destination. It is who you choose to be over and over and over again. Have you ever felt like life keeps happening to you faster than you can catch your breath? One moment blends into the next, and somewhere along the way, you lose sight of who you are and where you're going. Today, we begin with a lesson that teaches you to pause, to see clearly, and to take back your power. Lesson 2, reflection shapes reality. The way you see the world shapes the world you live in. Most people move through life like sleepwalkers, reacting, rushing, surviving. They chase deadlines, pleasures, escapes. But at night, when the noise finally falls away, question rises from the silence. Is this really who I want to be? Is this really the life I want to live? Stoicism teaches us something radical. It teaches us that reality is not just what happens to us. Reality is what we create through our perception, our judgment, our choices. You see, it's not the events themselves that disturb us. It's our interpretation, our reaction, our inner lens. Epictetus said it simply, men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. Two people can live the same event. One sees a curse, the other sees a gift. One breaks, the other rises. The only difference is the story they tell themselves, the reflection they allow to shape their reality. But reflection doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you pause, when you breathe, when you choose to look at your own mind, instead of endlessly looking at the world. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor-philosopher, ended each night not with entertainment, but with reflection. He would ask himself, where did I act with wisdom? Where did I fall into anger? Where did I betray my better self? Not to shame himself, but to understand, to learn, to adjust. Reflection is not self-punishment. It is self-mastery. It is the quiet art of becoming a better guardian of your own life. Without reflection, days blur into each other. Without reflection, mistakes repeat like endless echoes. Without reflection, you lose yourself slowly, quietly, completely. But with reflection, you wake up, you see, you change, you choose. So tonight, when the world finally quiets, give yourself a gift rarer than gold. Sit down quietly. No screens, no noise, no judgment, just you and the life you are shaping. Ask gently, where did I live with courage today? Where did I slip into fear? What do I want to build tomorrow? Because the truth is, your reality does not shape you. You shape your reality. One reflection, one awakening, one sacred choice at a time. Have you ever felt like life keeps happening to you? Faster than you can catch your breath? One moment blends into the next, and somewhere along the way, you lose sight of who you are and where you're going. Today, we begin with a lesson that teaches you to pause, to see clearly, and to take back your power. Lesson 2: Reflection shapes reality. The way you see the world shapes the world you live in. Most people move through life like sleepwalkers, reacting, rushing, surviving. They chase deadlines, pleasures, escapes. But at night, when the noise finally falls away, question rises from the silence. Is this really who I want to be? Is this really the life I want to live? Stoicism teaches us something radical. It teaches us that reality is not just what happens to us. Reality is what we create through our perception, our judgment, our choices. You see, it's not the events themselves that disturb us. It's our interpretation, our reaction, our inner lens. Epictetus said it simply: men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. Two people can live the same event. One sees a curse, the other sees a gift. One breaks, the other rises. The only difference is the story they tell themselves, the reflection they allow to shape their reality. But reflection doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you pause, when you breathe, when you choose to look at your own mind, instead of endlessly looking at the world. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor philosopher, ended each night not with entertainment, but with reflection. He would ask himself, where did I act with wisdom? Where did I fall into anger? Where did I betray my better self? Not to shame himself, but to understand, to learn, to adjust. Reflection is not self-punishment. It is self-mastery. It is the quiet art of becoming a better guardian of your own life. Without reflection, days blur into each other. Without reflection, mistakes repeat like endless echoes. Without reflection, you lose yourself slowly, quietly, completely. But with reflection, you wake up, you see, you change, you choose. So tonight, when the world finally quiets, give yourself a gift rarer than gold. Sit down quietly. No screens, no noise, no judgment, just you and the life you are shaping. Ask gently, where did I live with courage today? Where did I slip into fear? What do I want to build tomorrow? Because the truth is, your reality does not shape you. You shape your reality. One reflection, one awakening, one sacred choice at a time. True change does not come from the world outside. It begins in the still mirror of your own mind. Reflection is not always comfortable. It demands that you truly look, at your own fears, your own excuses, your own quiet betrayals. It asks you to face the moments you lost. Patience, the times you chased approval, the ways you abandoned your own standards, just to be safe, just to be liked, just to avoid the sting of discomfort. But in this brutal honesty, there is power, there is freedom, there is the seed of transformation. Most people run from this mirror. They drown themselves in noise, in endless scrolling, in distraction, because looking is hard. Looking demands courage. Looking demands humility. Looking demands responsibility. But the Stoic path calls you to stand still, to hold your gaze steady, to see yourself, not with shame, but with clarity. Not to punish yourself, but to set yourself free, because once you see, you can begin to change. You can begin to rebuild. You can begin to become. Every evening, when you sit with yourself is not a courtroom, it is a workshop. It is the sacred space where the art of self-creation happens. You are not there to condemn. You are there to understand, to learn, to evolve. Ask simple questions. Where did I choose comfort over courage today? Where did I choose anger over wisdom? Where did I choose fear over love? And when you find the answer, don't turn away. Smile. Because seeing it is the first victory, and every true victory begins in the invisible places, in the silent confrontations, in the private promises you make to your own soul. The world will try to tell you who you are. The crowd will shout their opinions. The noise will flood your senses. But if you reflect deeply, if you guard your inner mirror, you will see clearly. You will know. You will choose again and again and again to be the architect of your own life. Because at the end of it all, the clearest reflection you guard becomes the reality you live, and no one can take that power from you except yourself. The mirror you avoid today becomes the cage you live in tomorrow. Reflection is not something you do once. It is a practice, a sacred ritual of returning to yourself again and again and again. It's easy to be busy, easy to be distracted, easy to pretend that tomorrow will be a better day, that somehow, without intention, without effort, things will fix themselves. But Stoicism whispers a harder truth. Without reflection, you don't just stay the same, you get worse. Your fears grow faster, your anger roots deeper, your regrets build higher. Without reflection, you lose the thread of your own life, and slowly, you become a stranger to yourself. But with reflection, you hold the golden thread in your hands. You become an active participant in your own evolution. You start to notice how quickly you judge, how easily you react, how often you shrink when you should stand. And in noticing, you create a space, a breath, a choice. Reflection gives you power because it gives you consciousness, and consciousness gives you freedom. It does not mean you will be perfect. You will still stumble. You will still forget. But now you will see, you will catch yourself. You will adjust your course. Imagine a ship crossing an endless ocean. If the captain never checks the stars, never reflects on the path, even a small drift becomes a vast loss over time. Your life is that ship. Reflection is your star map. Without it, you drift with it. You arrive, not perfectly, not instantly, but steadily, faithfully, truly. So tonight, no matter how tired you are, give yourself 5 sacred minutes. Sit in stillness. Ask, what moved me closer to the person I wish to become? What pulled me farther away? What promise will I make to my soul for tomorrow? Write it down if you can. Whisper it to yourself if you must. But do it. Honor it. Build yourself. Patiently, deliberately, relentlessly. Because the life you crave, the peace you seek, the greatness you hunger for, is not out there somewhere. It is being shaped, moment by moment, inside the quiet forge of your own reflection. Your reality is not something you inherit. It is something you create, breath by breath, choice by choice. One of the greatest illusions is believing that life just happens to us. That we are passengers, powerless, adrift on a sea of chaos. But Stoicism teaches us a deeper truth. We are not passengers, we are captains, we are architects, we are builders of the unseen kingdoms within. Through reflection, we lay the foundation. Through awareness, we raise the walls. Through choice, we shape the halls we will walk tomorrow. You are building your reality right now, not someday, not later, now. With every thought you allow, every story you tell yourself, every excuse you accept, or every act of courage you dare, reality is not distant. It is intimate. It is breathing with you, growing with you, becoming with you. If you feed it fear, it becomes a prison. If you feed it courage, it becomes a path. If you feed it regret, it becomes a trap. If you feed it purpose, it becomes a beacon. So ask yourself gently tonight, what am I feeding my reality? What seeds am I planting in the soil of my mind? What harvest am I moving toward? Lead, because every small thought, every quiet belief, every hidden assumption grows. And in time, it becomes the world you live in. Reflection is the ancient ritual that keeps you awake while others sleep. It is the sacred act of refusing to drift into a life you never truly chose. It is the soft rebellion against mediocrity, against numbness, against surrender. Every evening you reflect, you sharpen your sword. Every evening you reflect, you polish your shield. Every evening you reflect, you prepare your soul for battle, not against others, but against your lesser self. This is the true work. This is the real victory. This is the silent glory of those who choose to live wide awake. So tonight, when the stars blink awake and the world softens into silence, find your mirror. Face yourself. Smile. No matter what you find. Because the moment you look bravely, you are already changing. You are already becoming. You are already building a new reality, one choice, one breath, one reflection at a time. Have you ever felt exhausted? Not from your own battles, but from carrying the weight of other people's choices. Today, we walk into one of Stoicism's most liberating lessons, one that frees your soul from invisible chains. Lesson 3. Let others be who they are. You cannot control the storm, but you can choose to stand still within. Indeed, how much of your pain, how much of your anger, how much of your sadness comes not from life itself, but from other people not being who you wished they would be. Do a friend betrays you, a family member disappoints you, a stranger insults you, and somewhere deep inside, a quiet expectation shatters. They should have been better, and they should have understood, and they should have treated me differently. But here lies the ancient truth. People are not yours to control, not their moods, not their choices, not their words, not their hearts. You can inspire, you can invite, you can love, but you cannot force, you cannot command, you cannot demand. Every time you expect others to be different, you hand over your peace. Every time you tie your happiness to their behavior, you place your joy in shackles. The Stoics taught, focus on what you control and release what you do not. And what Do you truly control only your own mind, only your own actions, only your own responses, as everything else belongs to the world, belongs to them, belongs to destiny? You cannot sculpt the hearts of others, no matter how pure your intentions, but you can sculpt your own. You cannot dictate how others show up, but you can decide how you respond. With grace, with dignity, with courage, imagine standing in a marketplace. The crowds swirl, the noise rises, the chaos spins around you, but you stand still, anchored, clear, unmoved. That is the power Stoicism offers you. Not to make the world quieter, but to make your soul stronger. Not to change everyone else, but to master yourself. And in doing so, you become a beacon, a light others can find, if they are ready. A harbor for those who wish. To anchor, a silent invitation to rise without a word spoken. Let others be who they are. Let the world spin as it spins. You stand still. You stand free. You stand in your own power, because true freedom begins when you release the impossible task of trying to fix what was never yours to carry. You cannot walk another's path for them. You can only walk yours with honor and peace too. Sometimes the deepest pain comes not from what someone did, but from what we believe they should have done. We create silent contracts in our minds. If I love you, you must love me back. Mate, if I am loyal, you must never betray me. Nut, if I show you kindness, you must treat me well. But the world is not bound by our unspoken agreements. People act from their own fears, their own wounds, their own dreams, not from the contracts we silently write. When we expect others to live by our script, we set ourselves up for endless disappointment. We become prisoners to expectations that were never spoken, never agreed upon, never fair. Stoicism teaches a radical freedom. Release others, release yourself. Do not chain your happiness to their choices. Do not tie your self-worth to their recognition. Do not anchor your peace to their storms. You are a complete world, a living universe, a soul capable of joy, resilience, dignity, regardless of who comes or goes, who stays or leaves, who understands or does not. When you stop trying to control others, you reclaim your energy, you reclaim your clarity, you reclaim your freedom. This doesn't mean you accept mistreatment. It doesn't mean you become passive. It means you set clear boundaries without bitterness. You love deeply without clinging. You speak honestly without expecting. You walk away when necessary without hatred. Imagine being like the mountain. The winds come, the rains fall, the storms rage, but the mountain remains still, steady, true. Let people choose their path. Let life unfold its seasons. You hold your center. You tend your own fire. You keep your own promises. Because in the end, you will not be asked, did you control everyone around you? You will be asked, did you control yourself? Did you love with an open heart, even when love was not returned? Did you stand with integrity, even when no one noticed? Did you hold your peace, even when chaos tempted you to fall? That, and only that, is where true strength is born. In the silent victories, where you choose yourself over the need to control the world. Let them be, let yourself be, and watch how peace quietly returns to your hands. True strength is not hardened armor. It is the quiet, soft refusal to lose your own soul. There will be days when people you trusted hurt you. There will be moments when words meant to wound find their mark. There will be seasons when you give your heart freely, and it is not held with care. And in those moments, a dangerous temptation will rise, to harden, to close, to stop believing in goodness, in kindness, in connection. But Stoicism teaches something braver. keep your heart. Open it but guard its center. Love, but without losing yourself. Trust, but with wisdom, not naivety. Give, but without the chains of expectation. You are not weak for feeling. You are stronger for choosing to stay soft. In a world that worships hardness, when others hurt you, you are given a choice. Mirror their darkness, or shine your own light, react in anger, or respond in dignity, collapse into bitterness, or rise into compassion. The world needs more souls who can be hurt and still choose love, who can be betrayed and still choose trust, who can be disappointed and still choose hope. This does not mean you let people harm you endlessly. It means you hold your boundaries with grace. You step away when needed, but without hatred poisoning your hands. You speak your truth when needed, but without venom staining your voice. You walk your own road, lightly, fiercely, without letting the dust of others' mistakes cling to your spirit. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Let others choose bitterness. You choose kindness. Let others choose cruelty. You choose mercy. Let others choose deceit. You choose truth, because in the end, your soul is not shaped by what others do to you. It is shaped by what you choose to do. In return, every time you stay soft when the world demands hardness, you build a deeper fortress inside, not made of stone, but of courage, of peace, of an unbreakable kindness that no betrayal can destroy. Let them be who they are. You stay who you are becoming, and know this, you are not alone on this path. Every soul who ever chose love over fear stands with you, quietly, powerfully, forever. When you stop trying to fix others, you finally start healing yourself. Freedom does not come from controlling others. It comes from releasing them, from allowing the world to spin, without trying to grab the wheel, from letting people walk their own path, even if it leads away from you, even if it hurts. Stoicism whispers a powerful truth. You were never here to control life. You were here to participate in it, to grow through it, to love despite it. You are not responsible for anyone else's storms. You are responsible only for how you sail your own ship, through calm waters, through raging seas, through the long, silent nights when no one sees your strength. But you good to let others be who they are. Let them believe what they believe. Let them stumble. Let them soar. Let them change, or not change at all. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. This is the courage of letting go. It takes strength to step back, to unclench your fists, to stop trying to carry what was never yours. It takes peace to realize you can still love someone and let them be wrong. You can still wish someone well without dragging them along your path. Imagine your heart as a garden. You cannot force other seeds to bloom. You can only tend your own soil, water your own roots, grow your own flowers, and trust that whoever is meant to be drawn to your garden will find their way in their own time, or not at all. And that's okay. That's more than okay. That's freedom. The greatest act of love you can offer the world is to stand fully in yourself, unafraid, unburdened, unbreakable. So, today, if you feel the old urge to control, to fix, to beg, to force, pause, breathe, smile, whisper to yourself, I release them. I release the need to change them. I choose to walk my path in peace. And then walk on, light, free, stronger than you have ever been. Because in letting others be who they are, you finally allow yourself to be who you were always meant to be. Have you ever caught yourself spending more time talking about problems than actually moving through them? Today, we step into one of Stoicism's most powerful awakenings, the art of leaving complaints behind and becoming a quiet force of change. Lesson 4. Stop complaining, start transforming. Complaining feeds your weakness. Action feeds your strength. It is easy to fall into the trap of complaining. The world gives us endless material to grumble about unfair bosses, unjust systems, disrespectful strangers, broken dreams. And at first, it feels good. It feels justified. It feels like we are doing something by naming what is wrong. But complaining is a dangerous illusion. It gives the sensation of progress without requiring real movement. It lets us stay still while convincing ourselves we are awake. Stoicism cuts through this illusion with a single sharp truth. Is this within your control? If yes, act. If no, release. Anything else is wasted life. When you complain without action, you feed resentment. When you dwell on what is unfair, you hand over your power. When you wallow in victimhood, you abandon your ability to create. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayals, plagues, wars, loss after loss, but his writings are not filled with complaints. They are filled with resolve, with action, with quiet acceptance of reality, and fierce commitment to inner excellence. Because the Stoic knows you were not promised a fair world. You were given a mind. You were given will. You were given the sacred choice to shape yourself, no matter what the world throws at you. Complaining is easy. Transformation is holy. Every time you catch yourself slipping into blame, pause. Every time you feel bitterness swelling, breathe. Every time you want to list all the reasons you can't, turn inward. Ask, what can I do with what I have? How can I move even 1 inch toward who I wish to become? Because every breath spent in complaint could have been a breath spent in creation. Every minute wasted in blame could have been a minute building something stronger. Every story of helplessness you repeat carves deeper chains into your soul. But every act of courage, no matter how small, hammers those chains apart. You are not powerless, you are not broken, you are not trapped, unless you decide to be. The first step toward transformation is the silent, stubborn choice. I will stop feeding weakness. We'll start feeding strength. Not tomorrow, not next year, now, right here, right in the messy, unfair, beautiful imperfection of your life. You were not born to be a critic of life. You were born to be a creator of it. Every moment you spend blaming is a moment you abandon building. Every minute you spend complaining is a minute you could have been reclaiming your power. The Stoics understood something brutal and beautiful. Life will not wait for your complaints to end. It moves on. With or without you, it offers no apologies, no special exceptions, no guarantees. What you do with your time, what you choose in your mind, what you build with your hands, that is what shapes your destiny. Nothing else. So, the question is never, is life fair? The question is always, who will I become, no matter what? Complaining feels like a relief in the short term, like scratching an itch. But over time, it leaves scars. It traps you in a story of helplessness. And helplessness rots the soul. When you catch yourself spiraling into complaints, do not shame yourself. Smile, notice it, and gently turn. Turn toward action. Turn toward possibility. Turn toward strength. You cannot always fix everything immediately. You cannot solve every injustice. You cannot force the world to be kind. But you can strengthen your mind, sharpen your character, deepen your patience, widen your compassion. You can become the kind of soul that hardship cannot destroy, only refine. Imagine 2 blacksmiths. both faced with flawed iron. One curses the metals and blames the tools and stomps away in frustration. The other smiles quietly and begins hammering, patiently, relentlessly, turning the same flawed iron into a sword that outlasts lifetimes. Life will give you flawed iron. It will give you crooked roads. It will give you imperfect days. Your only task is to build anyway, to hammer anyway, to create anyway, because the complaints you let go become the energy you reclaim. The bitterness you release becomes the freedom you feel. The blame you bury becomes the courage you carry. No one can give you this power. It must be claimed, earned, forged. So today, catch yourself in the small complaints, the traffic, the waiting, the noise, the setbacks, and instead of feeding the fire of frustration, breathe, smile, whisper to yourself, I build, I create, I become. Then take one step, no matter how small, one action, no matter how quiet, one victory, no matter how invisible to the world, but blazing inside your soul. Because you were never here to be a spectator. You were born to be a builder. You were born to transform. Every complaint is a brick. You can use it to build walls or to build a bridge. Life will hand you broken pieces. Plans will fall apart. Dreams will crumble. People will disappoint you. You will disappoint yourself. This is not a flaw in the design. This is the design. But here lies your power. You can stare at the rubble and curse the world, or you can kneel in the dust and start building something new. The Stoics never denied suffering. They simply refused to be consumed by it. They refused to let pain become their identity. They chose to be sculptors, not victims, builders, not critics, creators, and not complainers. And you are made of that same raw material, the same courage, the same resilience, the same quiet, stubborn hope. When the dream shatters, you are given a sacred invitation. Build something stronger. When the plan collapses, you are offered a deeper wisdom. Adapt. When the heart breaks, you are handed the rarest chance. Grow. Every complaint is a crossroads. Feed it, and you deepen the wound. Face it, and you forge a weapon. The question is not, why did this happen? The question is, what will I build from here? Even the most beautiful temples were built from broken stones. Even the mightiest trees grew from tiny battered seeds. Even the brightest stars were born from the collapse of ancient worlds. Collapse is not the end. It is the birthplace of rebirth. It is the forge of transformation. When the pain feels too sharp, breathe. When the injustice feels too heavy, stand still. When the hopelessness whispers too loudly, smile faintly and answer back, I build anyway. Not because it is easy, but because it is true, because it is beautiful, because it is the only path worth walking. So next time life hands you broken pieces, don't waste your breath cursing them. Kneel down, roll up your sleeves, and begin piece by piece, choice by choice, smile by stubborn smile. Medai, because the walls you choose to build today become the bridges your future self will walk across. And you are not building just for yourself. You are building for every soul who will one day need the light you leave behind. You will never build a new life by cursing the old one. There comes a moment, quiet and small, where you must decide, am I here to dwell in what went wrong? Or am I here to build what could still be made right? That moment is sacred. It is a threshold between your old story and your new self. The Stoics understood you cannot control the past. You cannot undo the loss. You cannot erase the hurt, but you can choose your next breath. You can choose your next thought. You can choose your next step. And when you string enough brave steps together, you change the shape of your life. Not with noise, not with fury, but with quiet, stubborn grace, with relentless, patient courage. with unwavering, fierce hope. Complaining makes you a prisoner of yesterday. Action makes you an architect of tomorrow. There will always be things you could mourn. There will always be reasons to be bitter. There will always be evidence for despair, but there will also always be a choice, a path, a light. You get to choose which voices you answer. You get to choose what kind of soul you sculpt. You get to choose what kind of world you help create. So, the next time the old anger rises, the next time the heavy sadness grips your heart, the next time you feel the familiar pull to complain, pause, smile gently, breathe deeper, and choose differently. Choose to build, not to blame. Choose to become, not to shrink. Choose to honor your pain by transforming it into something nobler, because your suffering is not meaningless. Your struggles are not wasted. Your broken dreams are not dead. They are the raw material. They are the sacred ashes. They are the seeds from which something wilder, stronger, and more beautiful can still grow. If you let them, if you dare, if you stop complaining and start transforming. So today, make your silent vow. I will no longer worship my wounds. I will build something brighter, something wiser, something more true from everything that tried to break me. And then rise, step forward, start hammering your future into existence. One thought, one breath, one bold, stubborn act of transformation at a time. Have you ever ended a day exhausted, but unsure if anything you did really mattered? Today, we step into a lesson that cuts through the noise and brings you back to what truly builds your life. Lesson 5. Ruthlessly prioritize what matters. Your time is not just passing. It is being spent. The question is, on what? Modern life is a hurricane of demands, messages, meetings, errands, obligations. Everyone wants a piece of you. Every app, every boss, every acquaintance, every endless scroll of meaningless noise. And if you're not careful, you will spend your whole life busy, but empty, exhausted, but unfulfilled, moving, but nowhere important. The Stoics understood something we have almost forgotten. Life is not long. It is not guaranteed. It is not to be wasted. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." You must become ruthless, not cruel, not cold, but ruthlessly clear about what deserves your hours, your energy, your heart. Because every yes you say to something meaningless is a ban-off to something sacred. Every minute lost to distraction is a minute stolen from your real dreams. Every task accepted out of guilt is a piece of your soul you will not get back. Prioritization is not about doing more. It is about doing what matters. It means saying, "Earn us more often." It means disappointing people sometimes. It means being misunderstood. It means feeling uncomfortable. But it also means building a life you actually believe in. Becoming a person you deeply respect. Creating a soul you are proud to inhabit. You're not here to be busy. You're here to be alive, to be awake, to be true. Every morning you are handed a blank canvas. You can smear it with noise, with chaos, with other people's expectations, or you can pick up your brush with trembling hands and paint something that matters. Ask yourself, if today were my last, what would I regret wasting time on? And if I could do only 3 things today, what would they be? What will matter when the applause fades and the lights go out? Your time is sacred. Your attention is sacred. Your life is sacred. Guard it, cherish it. Spend it only on what makes you braver, kinder, stronger, wiser. Because at the end of your days, you will not remember how many notifications you answered. You will remember who you became and what you built with the time you were given. if you don't choose your life. The world will choose it for you. Most people don't wake up and consciously decide, today I will waste my life. And yet, without intention, without clarity, that is exactly what happens. Day after day, choice after choice, they trade what is precious for what is easy. They sacrifice what is essential for what is urgent. They abandon what is true for what is popular. Stoicism calls you to a different path, a quieter, harder, more noble path. It demands you ask, what truly matters to me? Not to my boss, not to my friends, not to the algorithms flashing endless distractions at me, but to me, to my soul, to the deepest part of me that remembers why I am alive. Without that question, life will fill itself with noise, with obligations, with tasks that drain your spirit instead of feeding it. You will wake up years later, surrounded by things you never truly wanted, living a story you never consciously chose. But with that question burning in your mind, everything changes. You become selective, you become intentional, you become dangerous. To every force that profits from your distraction, you begin to say, no, without guilt, no, without shame, no, because your yes is too sacred to give lightly. Every me no's to distraction is a mean yes to your mission. Every no to meaningless noise is a hatu yes to your inner peace. Every no to false urgency is a ange's yes here to your higher self. Prioritization is not about selfishness. It is about self-respect. It is about honoring the one life you were entrusted with. Ask yourself daily, what deserves my energy today? What will still matter in a year? What will I be proud of when this day ends? Write it down if you must. Say it aloud if you need to. Etch it into your mind like a sacred vow, because the world will always scream more. Faster, now. But your soul whispers something quieter. Choose wisely, choose deeply, choose what makes you more alive. You are not here to be a machine. You are not here to be efficient. You are here to be fierce, awake, unforgettable. And that kind of life can only be built one sacred choice at a time. To you, what you protect reveals what you truly value. Prioritization is not just a decision, it is a defense. It is a daily battle to guard what is sacred. In a world that tries to scatter your soul into 1,000 pieces, everywhere you look, something asks for your time. A notification, a request, and cuts urgent task that means nothing a week from now. If you do not stand guard over your life, someone else will happily waste it for you. The Stoics knew this truth intimately. They lived in busy, chaotic worlds, filled with politics, wars, personal betrayals. And yet, they built lives of focus, of clarity, of purpose, because they practiced the sacred art of saying no, no to every distraction, no to every empty obligation, no to every noisy temptation pulling them away from their real work. Marcus Aurelius wrote, ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? Not. Is this easy? Not, will this make others happy? Not, will this avoid conflict? But, is this necessary? You are here to do something only you can do. You are here to sculpt a life no one else can build. You are here to leave a mark that echoes beyond your days. But to do that, you must be ruthlessly honest with yourself. Ask, is this pulling me toward who I want to become? Or is it pulling me away from myself? Most distractions are not evil. They are simply empty, hollow, convenient. And if you are not careful, they will erode your soul, grain by grain, until one day you wake up and wonder, where did my life go? Do not Let that happen. Guard your mornings, guard your focus, guard your dreams. Turn off the noise, delete the meaningless. Say and no faster, say and yesser, slower. Choose with intention, with fierce love, with a quiet, unbreakable loyalty to your future self, because no one will fight for your dreams as hard as you must. No one will protect your precious finite hours except you. No one will build your life except you. So today, stand a little taller, say manos a little sooner, smile a little more fiercely, and whisper to yourself, I guard what matters, I choose. What matters, I become what matters. Not because it is easy, but because it is beautiful, because it is sacred, because it is the only fight worth winning. To waste your life chasing what does not matter is the greatest tragedy of all. Imagine standing at the gates of your last day. No more tomorrows, no more second chances, just a quiet reckoning. With the life you chose to build, what would you wish you had protected? More fiercely, what would you regret trading away for comfort, for approval, for distraction? What would you long to do if only you had one more breath, one more hour, one more sacred day? The Stoics lived with this question burning in their bones. They did not see death as morbid. They saw it as clarity, as the sharp reminder to live now, to love now, to build now, not someday, not when it was convenient. But today, right here, right in the middle of imperfection, chaos, and uncertainty, because the truth is brutal and beautiful. You are not promised tomorrow. You are only given today. And today is enough. If you choose wisely, if you prioritize fiercely, if you spend yourself not on everything, but on what matters most. You don't need to fill your life with more. You need to fill it with what is real, what is true. What sets your soul on fire? What makes you stronger, kinder, wiser, braver? You don't need to be everything to everyone. You need to be faithful to your own highest calling. You don't need to chase every opportunity. You need to nurture the few that make your heart ache with purpose. Life is not a race. It is not a contest. It is a sacred journey. And every step you take deserves to be chosen, not drifted into. So today, and every day after, ask yourself, what will I guard? What will I build? What will I fiercely love enough to give my one precious life to it? Then clear away the noise, refuse the unnecessary, hold close the essential. Build slowly, build deliberately, build something so true that when your final day comes, you can stand tall at those gates, smile, and whisper, I did not waste my life. Because you chose to live it on purpose, with power, with peace, with a heart that remembered what truly mattered. Have you ever noticed that the smallest gestures of kindness are often the ones that change a life forever? Today, we return to two of the most powerful forces a soul can hold, kindness and gratitude. Lesson 6, practice kindness and gratitude, always. Kindness is not weakness. Gratitude is not naivety. They are the armor of the strong. In a world obsessed with speed, with power, with noise, kindness often looks foolish. Gratitude often looks naive. But Stoicism reveals a deeper truth. Kindness is the armor of the strong. Gratitude is the wisdom of the wise. It is easy to lash out, easy to criticize, easy to mock. It takes real power, real discipline, real courage to stay kind, to stay thankful. When Marcus Aurelius commanded armies, he also wrote about treating others with gentleness. When Epictetus lived as a slave, he still spoke about the necessity of gratitude. When hardships crushed them, they chose not bitterness, but grace, because they understood. You cannot control the cruelty of the world, but you can control whether you ADD to it or heal it. Kindness is not a surrender. It is a decision, a statement. an act of rebellion against cynicism and despair. Gratitude is not blindness to pain. It is the quiet choice to see the beauty anyway, to bless what remains, to honor what is, even while working to improve what could be. Every day, you will be given hundreds of small choices: snap or smile, judge or understand, take or give, complain or thank, close off or stay open. And every small choice you make builds the architecture of your soul, brick by brick, breath by breath, moment by sacred moment. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to stay awake. You only need to keep choosing kindness, even when it is hard. Especially when it is hard, you only need to keep watering gratitude, even when the soil feels dry, especially when the soil feels dry, because every act of kindness is a declaration. I refuse to let the world make me hard. Every whisper of gratitude is a song. I still see the light. I still choose to sing. This is how warriors are built. This is how empires of the soul are founded. This is how you win battles no one else can see, but you will always feel. So today, before the noise sweeps you away, pause, find one thing to be thankful for. Find one person to treat with gentleness, not because they deserve it, not because life is perfect, but because you deserve to become the kind of soul that answers darkness with light, that answers bitterness with hope, that answers cruelty with powerful, unbreakable kindness. The real test of kindness is not when life is easy, but when it feels impossible. It is easy to be kind when everything is smooth. It is easy to be grateful when blessings are obvious. But what about the days when nothing goes right? What about the people who misunderstand you, hurt you, that betray you? What about the moments when gratitude feels absurd? When the heart feels dry and hollow? When hope feels like a foolish dream? These are the moments that define you, not the easy victories, not the surface smiles, but the deep, invisible choices you make. When no one else sees, kindness is a power because it is voluntary. No one can force you to be kind. No one can demand your gratitude. They are gifts only you can offer. They are choices that proclaim, I choose the higher path, even when I have every reason to sink lower. The Stoics were not naive. They did not expect life to be fair. They did not demand the world to be gentle. They chose to be gentle anyway. They chose to give thanks anyway. They chose to build light in a world full of shadows. And so can you. When someone speaks harshly, pause. Instead of returning fire, return stillness. Instead of adding to the wound, add compassion. When plans fall apart, breathe. Instead of cursing the storm, bless the ground that still holds you. Bless the lungs that still fill. Bless the strength that still whispers within you. We are not done yet. Gratitude does not erase pain. It frames it. It gives it meaning. It allows you to see the beauty of endurance, the hidden grace in survival, the secret victories hidden inside every scar. Kindness does not make you weak. It makes you invincible, because no matter how dark the world becomes, you carry your own sun inside you. No matter how bitter others grow, you nourish your own garden of light. This is true power, the power to stay soft without breaking, the power to stay thankful without pretending everything is perfect, the power to stay hopeful even when reason says you shouldn't. And every time you choose this path, you become a quiet warrior, a builder of invisible kingdoms, a guardian of unseen treasures. So today, when life tests you, when the world disappoints you, when your heart trembles under the weight of it all, smile. Whisper to yourself, still I choose kindness, still I choose gratitude, still I choose to rise. Because the true battlefield is not out there in the noise. It is inside you, and victory belongs to the soul that keeps loving, keeps thanking, keeps becoming, no matter what. Kindness and gratitude are not reactions. They are declarations of who you have chosen to become. There is a secret hidden inside every great Stoic, every soul who learned to endure storms with grace. They were not born tougher, they were not born luckier, they were simply more determined to master what was inside, instead of raging at what was outside. And their greatest weapons were not swords, not anger, not endless resistance. Their weapons were kindness and gratitude, because they understood hardness may protect you for a while, but it corrodes the soul. Bitterness may feel strong, but it makes you hollow. Fear may keep you safe, but it keeps you small. Only kindness stretches the soul wider. Only gratitude deepens the heart stronger. Only love builds something that cannot be broken, even by the worst storms. This is why Stoicism teaches you cannot control what others do, but you can always control what you become. You can choose to become a lighthouse, steady through crashing waves, because you have built your light from something deeper than circumstance. Every act of kindness you give strengthens you. Every whisper of gratitude you offer fortifies you. Every moment you choose grace over resentment. You are hammering armor onto your spirit, not armor that closes you off, armor that keeps you soft and strong at once. Open but unbreakable, loving but unshakable. The world needs more of these warriors, more souls who can hurt but still help, more hearts that can bleed but still bless, more hands that can tremble but still reach out. And you are capable of being one of them. It does not require perfection. It only requires returning to kindness, even after anger, returning to gratitude, even after bitterness, returning to love, even after loss, again and again and again. Because kindness is not weakness. Gratitude is not denial. They are courage. They are wisdom. They are the quiet, stubborn refusal to let the world turn you into something smaller than you were born to be. So today, stand in your own light. Bless your own breath. Offer your small kindness, even if no one notices. Give your small gratitude, even if no one understands, because in doing so, you are shaping a soul the world cannot break. You are becoming the kind of warrior the world secretly hopes still exists. In the end, it is not what you built, but how you loved that will echo across eternity. When all the noise fades, when the victories are forgotten, when the battles are dust, one thing remains: the heart you chose to build, not the trophies, not the achievements, not the arguments you won, but the tenderness you guarded in a world that tried to harden you. Stoicism teaches us the strongest soul is not the one that never feels pain. It is the one that feels everything and still chooses to love, still chooses to give, still chooses to rise. Kindness is not weakness, it is invincible strength. The strength to smile through heartbreak, the strength to bless through betrayal, the strength to keep your hands open, even after they have been wounded. Gratitude is not naive, it is rebellion. The rebellion of a soul that refuses to be blinded by darkness. The rebellion of a spirit that says, I see the brokenness, and I still believe in beauty. You are not here to live a life of anger. You are not here to drown in bitterness. You are here to love fiercely, to give boldly, to bless wildly, to build a legacy of light that no storm can extinguish. Every small act of kindness is a brick in that invisible kingdom. Every breath of gratitude is a thread woven into that eternal tapestry. You may not see the results today. You may never hear the applause, but in the secret places where real victories are counted, you will be crowned because you chose love, over fear. You chose light over cynicism. You chose hope over despair. You chose to be a silent revolution in a noisy, angry world. And that is the greatest legacy any soul can leave behind. So today, breathe deeper, stand softer, love harder, bless louder, and whisper quietly into the winds of chaos. Still I am kind, still I am grateful, still I rise. Because nothing can defeat a soul that loves on purpose. Nothing can silence a heart that thanks life anyway. Nothing can destroy a spirit that chooses every day to be a bearer of light. And you are already that light. Keep shining, keep blessing, keep becoming. Have you ever felt like the more you learn, the more you realize how much you still don't know? Today, we embrace the greatest strength of all, the humility to remain a student forever. Lesson 7. Stay a student forever. The moment you believe you know everything is the moment you stop becoming. Pride whispers, you have arrived. You know enough. You have nothing left to learn. And the moment you believe it, your soul begins to shrink. Your mind begins to rust. Your future begins to fade. The Stoics knew, the wise are not those who have mastered life. The wise are those who are mastered by curiosity, by wonder, by an endless, aching hunger to grow. Socrates said, the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. It is not ignorance, it is humility, the humility to recognize that life is bigger, wider, deeper than any one mind can grasp. And that realization is not a defeat, it is a freedom. It is an invitation to keep moving, keep learning, keep transforming until your last breath. To stay a student forever means you refuse to harden, you refuse to close your mind, you refuse to let comfort build a coffin around your growth. It means asking, what can I learn from this pain? And what can I learn from this joy? What can I learn from this person, even if they are different from me? Every experience is a classroom. Every mistake is a textbook. Every moment is a chance to sharpen your soul. You are not here to pretend you know everything. You are here to be astonished, to be cracked open, to be reformed, reforged, refined. When you stay a student, you stay alive. When you stay a student, you stay young in spirit. When you stay a student, you stay humble enough to keep rising, no matter how many times you fall. Because every fall contains a lesson, every failure hides a treasure, every ending opens a doorway. But only if you are willing to keep learning, only if you are brave enough to say, teach me, even when it hurts, especially when it hurts. This is how you build a soul that nothing can break, a mind that nothing can blind, a heart that nothing can harm. So today, whisper quietly to yourself, I am not finished, I am not done. I am still a student of this wild, beautiful life. Then open your hands, open your eyes, open your heart, and keep becoming forever. Every soul that stops learning begins quietly dying. Growth is not automatic. It is not guaranteed with age. It is not promised by experience alone. True growth requires an open heart, a humble mind, a fierce commitment to remain teachable. Even when pride screams otherwise, the danger is not ignorance. The danger is arrogance, the silent, creeping belief. I already know. I already understand. I have nothing left to learn. That is the beginning of decay. That is how kings fall. That is how empires collapse. That is how spirits wither into bitterness. Stoicism warns us As soon as you stop questioning, you stop evolving. As soon as you stop seeking, you stop living. As soon as you believe you haven't arrived, you begin to rot from the inside. The world is a living library. Every sunrise is a new page. Every encounter is a lesson. Every mistake is a whisper. Come closer. Learn deeper. Rise higher. To stay a student is to stay humble enough to listen, to stay curious enough to explore, to stay brave enough to unlearn when new truths demand it. It means admitting, I was wrong. It means asking, what else can I become? It means surrendering the false security of a knowing for the wild, beautiful, messy adventure of discovery. You are not here to collect facts. You are here to sculpt your soul. You are not here to prove you are right. You are here to become more real, more compassionate, more awake, more free. And that journey never ends. It deepens, it sharpens, it elevates you beyond fear, beyond ego, beyond the shallow victories the world celebrates. The true victory is becoming a soul so flexible, so alive, so endlessly curious that no storm can freeze you, no failure can stop you, no age can shrink you. So today, dare to ask, where am I still blind? What new thing is life trying to teach me? If only I would listen. What old belief must I release to make room for my next becoming? Be it because life is not a test you pass once. It is a river you swim forever. And only those who stay learners stay free. Only those who stay humble stay wise. Only those who stay curious stay alive. Stay a student, stay open, stay fiercely, stubbornly, beautifully unfinished. A mind that stays open is a soul that stays limitless. The greatest chains are invisible. They are not wrapped around your hands. They are wrapped around your thinking. When you believe you know enough, you stop growing. When you believe you have seen it all, you stop seeing. When you believe there is nothing left to learn, you stop truly living. The Stoics understood, freedom does not come from having all the answers. Freedom comes from the courage to keep asking better questions. It is not weakness to doubt yourself. It is wisdom. It is not foolishness. To change your mind, it is strength. It is not failure to realize you were wrong. It is awakening. Pride builds walls. Humility builds doorways. Curiosity builds bridges. Wonder builds worlds. Every soul that stayed vibrant into old age was a soul that kept asking, what else can I learn? And what more can I see? Where else can I grow? You are not here to become a monument. You are here to stay a river, flowing, adapting, dancing through the twists and storms of life. And every day you stay a student. You carve a little more of yourself into something brighter, stronger, wiser, and more alive. Every time you listen instead of preaching, you grow. Every time you ask instead of assuming, you open. Every time you release certainty and embrace wonder, you expand. And this is not weakness. This is not surrender. This is the ultimate power. The power to stay alive in a world that begs you to stagnate. The power to stay curious in a world that worships easy answers. The power to stay humble in a world addicted to ego. You will never be finished. You will never arrive, and that is your greatest gift. Because a soul that knows it is unfinished is a soul that cannot be defeated. A soul that stays open is a soul that cannot be caged. A soul that keeps learning is a soul that cannot be killed. So today, smile at your ignorance. Bless your mistakes. Celebrate the questions that have no easy answers. They are not signs you are failing. They are signs you are alive. You are learning. You are becoming. Stay open, stay humble, stay fiercely, stubbornly, gloriously incomplete. Stay a student, and you stay infinite. When the world tells you to settle, you smile and keep searching. When the world tells you to harden, you breathe and stay soft. When the world tells you to stop learning, you whisper to yourself, not, yet not ever. Because life is not a checklist to be completed. It is a mystery to be explored, a dance to be felt, a river to be swum with open eyes and an open heart. The Stoics remind us it is not the wise who declare themselves wise. It is the fools who believe they have nothing left to learn. True wisdom wears the face of wonder. True strength walks hand in hand with humility. True greatness remains unfinished, unfolding, becoming. Always one breath away from its next evolution. You are not meant to become rigid. You are not meant to become stagnant. You are meant to be a living canvas, painted by experience, layered by discovery, made glorious by constant rebirth. And you do this by staying a student forever. Every question you ask sharpens your soul. Every curiosity you follow stretches your spirit. Every mistake you learn from makes you stronger, wiser, more alive. Stay the river, stay the learner, stay the seeker. When others close their minds, keep yours open. When others lock their hearts, keep yours soft. When others pretend they know everything, keep your hands raised toward the sky. Still asking for the next lesson, you will not regret it. You will not regret staying humble. You will not regret staying curious. You will not regret choosing to keep becoming, even when the world told you to stop. Because at the end of your days, when you look back over the wild, sacred path you walked, you will not see perfection. You will not see a straight line. You will see a soul, forever blooming, a spirit, forever learning, a life, forever expanding into something brighter, deeper, more true. And you will smile and you will whisper to the stars, I stayed a student. I stayed open. I stayed alive. And that is the most beautiful triumph of all. In the end, Stoicism is not about being emotionless. It is about becoming unbreakable in the right ways. It is about standing still when storms rage. It is about choosing peace when chaos tempts. It is about carrying light when darkness presses in. Through every lesson we've walked together, there was a deeper thread. You are not powerless. You are not broken. You are not at the mercy of life. You are the builder of your soul. You are the guardian of your mind. You are the architect of your destiny. Excellence is a daily choice. Reflection shapes reality. Letting others be who they are sets you free. Complaining binds you. Action transforms you. Prioritizing fiercely builds the life you were meant for. Kindness and gratitude become your invisible armor. And staying a student keeps you forever alive. You will not always be perfect. You will stumble, you will doubt, you will fall, but you will rise because that is who you are. Because you choose to be more. Because you choose to live with courage, with clarity, with heart. So today, before you scroll away, pause, breathe, and choose. Scroll down and write quietly in the comments. I choose strength, or any word that calls to you. I choose courage. I choose peace. I choose becoming. Not for views, not for applause, but for yourself. To mark this moment, to whisper back to life. I am awake, I am becoming, I am here.